Hello everyone, this is Julio again. I wanted to share with you the answer to a question that I get often, and that is, what is Tai Chi? So most people think Tai Chi is this kind of ancient Chinese energy practice or movement practice, and I guess ancient, that's true to an extent because it's been around almost 400 years, but I don't know if that's ancient for some people. What most people don't know is that Tai Chi originally was a martial art and is the thing that a lot of the guards, the emperor's guards, were trained in. And so there's a very violent, extreme movement. So for example, when you're doing stuff like, I don't know, parting the horse's mane, right? Something like that. Really, this is like grabbing someone, hitting them really hard and breaking their ribs and sending them flying, for example. Or when you're doing things like brush knee push, it's like you're taking something out of the way and then you're hitting them in the eyes or the throat, and then you're smashing their sternum with your hand as you're making them fly forward. So there is still that aspect in Tai Chi, the martial aspect. Most of the time it's hard to teach because moving in that way slowly seems very hard. So so a lot of people have moved it into like a moving meditation, like when you're doing cloud hands and you're doing these kinds of things, or you're doing maybe something like this where you're doing the white crane spreads its wings. There's very beautiful, and it works on a number of levels to build your mind and your body and emotions. So the answer to the question is, Tai Chi is martial art. Tai Chi is a movement practice. Tai Chi is a strengthening practice. How do we call strength? For example, if we're going around and we're doing, like the snake creeps down and then immediately go to the golden rooster, stands on one leg, and then we go into this other move, that requires a lot of strength and balance. It works, and when I talk about strength, we're talking about leg strength, we're talking about core strength. So that's, for example, one way. Then we're also working on energy because we're relaxing. So we do things like Lai Chi, you know, a lot of the movements in Tai Chi, especially Sun style Tai Chi, or even roll back, where you're rolling back. You're receiving energy and then you're giving. So it's teaching good body mechanics, but it's also teaching you how to receive and give energy. So that's the other part of it. And then there's the meditative practice when you're looking, and then you're aligning your body, your energy, all of that, so it becomes like a meditation. So there's all of these things that are involved in Tai Chi. It also increases breathing. It helps you with your cardio, because as you can see, as I do this, even in a slow motion way, you actually are building up a lot of wind because you're going high. You're going high, and then you could go low, right? So all of that kind of stuff is actually working your heart on the cardiovascular system. So Tai Chi has all of that. And the last thing I want to mention is that there are these things called the silk reeling exercises that are part of Tai Chi and are used in the forms, even though they're not used specifically. For example, we start using things like this, and you could see that I'm using my back, but everything comes from my legs and my hips. So we're working hips, leg, back, spine, so that when later on, if something I have to strike, it comes with this force, like that, very easy and very fast. But in the beginning, you have to go slow, and you learn how to work through things like that, and you get good body alignment, and you get good structure. And then the important part is when you're working in these ways, you get all of these benefits. Now, when I practice and when I teach my students, I say pick one. Whatever one you want, whatever works for you, whatever gets you through the day, makes you practice. That's the thing that is the most important. Then if you get bored of, oh, I don't want to do all the fighting or whatever, then you say, okay, let's work on the balance, or let's work on the flexibility, or let's work on the breathing, because every motion you're breathing in and you're breathing out. Or maybe I want to work on my core. So like when I do the basic thing where I'm going up, I'm using my back to lift up my arms, not my arms. And then when I bring it down, I'm using my core and my abdomen muscles to bring it down. So then when I move to the side, it's not my arms that go like this, I'm using my whole body. And then when I bring it down, it's the whole body. So it's like, you know, and then you can do like, you know, locks and throws and stuff like that. So the important part is you use your body and your mind in unison. So Tai Chi is mind-body exercise. The last thing I want to tell you is that for those of us who are worried about losing our memory or not being able to focus, Tai Chi will help you with that, because you have to memorize, in many cases, up to 100 different forms to do and remember in order, in the exact way, in the exact posture. So doing that actually rewires your brain. So it increases neuroplasticity. It helps you with your left and right brain working together, coherence. It also keeps you calm. So a lot of people will say, well, I do Tai Chi to relax. Well, actually, the best way is actually relax so you could do Tai Chi, because the more relaxed you are when you do your Tai Chi, the more elegant and flowy it gets. And then when you're doing all your moves, you can go, oh wow, look at how elegant, how fun it is. And then your energy as you go increases. And then you could go backward, and then you're also working on all these oppositional forces, backwards and forwards. One arm is going back, one is going forward, one going up, and then the legs, and you're coordinating. So it creates this interesting situation where you're working with your body in opposition, but at the same time united. So I know this is a lot, but it is a lot. Tai Chi is a big thing. There's a lot involved, and that's why you see 90, 100-year-old people practicing with a lot of energy, a lot of vigor, and their minds being very clear. So hopefully that answers the question a little bit. And if you have any other questions, let me know, and I'll be happy to share or demonstrate or whatever. Just give me a text or comment below. Thanks.